And we're here with Matt Beaudoin, and I'm going to be talking about his company called Mystic Knotwork, and that's in Mystic. And so, Matt, tell me what you do and what you sell and where you are.
So Mystic Knotwork is the advancement of my grandfather's old business, Beaudoin's Rope Blocker. It's a handmade knot shop. We tie nautical knots for weddings, home deck, bracelets. Have you ever seen the sailor bracelet that everybody wears at the beach in New England? That's us.
Fabulous. Yes. So you have, is it just one retail store or two retail stores?
I have 2 retail stores. You're frozen. Okay. You have 2 retail. Sorry.
No,
My battery alarm went up. That's why it got me off.
No, don't worry about it. So you have 2 retail stores?
Yeah, we have 2 retail stores. They're 600 feet apart. We have one at the corner by the drawbridge, and the other one is down the street here. This is the workshop.
Yes.
The reason we made the 2 so close together, this is a historic building. It's 9 steps to get into, so there's no handicapped accessibility. It's a very nice rustic old building. It's got floors that are over 200 years old.
Yes.
And the other shop is, floor access, modern amenities, handicapped accessible and all that.
Oh, wow.
It also gives us the ability to have a much cleaner space. We have to work on white work, so we have to work with getting on the floor and getting dirty.
Oh, yes, that's very important. So I know you've got the e-commerce store. We moved you from 3D card to Shopify.
Oh, yeah.
That was the beginning, right?
Yep.
But you have moved forward. I mean, you've expanded since then online because you went from a normal template to Turbo and also point of sale system with Shopify.
Yep.
And so tell me more about your experiences with that and why you moved up. Why have you expanded?
Well, to start with, we went from 3D cart to Shopify primarily because I could work on, and you could work on, the new theme under sandbox mode.
Yes.
And not be live. 3D cart made you work live constantly.
Yes, exactly.
So if you made a mistake, everybody in the world got to see your mistake if they were looking.
Yes, exactly.
So it's really nice. You can tweak with Shopify and make it look right. Then you kick it over to live, and it's a seamless move. And if you made there's a bug, you just flip it right back.
Yes, exactly.
And that's worked out really well. So we moved the point of sales over to Shopify during the COVID shutdowns, because one thing with my previous had the same problem. My point of sale, I could only make choices and changes live, and it affected everything. So while we were shut down for 2 months, we did the cutover.
Yes.
And the point of sale is unreal.
Yes.
I can take a customer, check them out if they wander off or they're running late for a boat ride or something. I can email them their invoice. They can pay for it and do an in-store pickup or a ship.
Yes.
And they can finish their transaction after they've left the shop.
Yes, exactly.
And we've had people do that. They've rushed out for a dinner reservation.
Yes.
And come back after dinner and their package is sitting there paid for and ready to go.
Wow. Yes.
We've also shipped them back to their house. But all the weights and measures, everything's inside of Shopify.
Yes.
From the employee experience, they don't have to even think about it.
And so what I found out as well about the shipping part is I was at the UPS store shipping a product for a client, and UPS quoted me $140 and Shopify was like $43. Same package, we measured it, we weighed it. She was blown away. I mean, she just couldn't believe it. So yeah, she wants a store now, by the way. So you've been very successful during the COVID. You've expanded online or not?
Expanded, not so much. Our sales have gone up.
Yes.
So this year was a rough year because our business is built on 4 foundational points.
Yes.
It's built on in-store retail.
Yes.
Online retail, Shopify, Amazon, a couple of other carriers, weddings, and wholesale.
Yes.
Our weddings were down like everybody else, about 95% this year.
It's unbelievable.
And our wholesale, the other gift shops around the country, weren't buying from us as much as I would have hoped.
Yes.
But every state, there was a patchwork of rules.
Yes.
Mystic, we were especially blessed that we are the outdoorsy spot in Connecticut. People want to get to the shoreline outdoors and spread out. That's us.
Oh, okay.
So we were the only real town that prospered during the shutdown.
Wow.
Because there's 700 ways to get on the water at any given day.
Wow.
So you can spread right out and just
Yes. Fabulous.
So that played us really well. We had people waiting outside for us to come in because we only could have 7 people in the shop at a time.
Oh, yeah,
So-
they had to stand in line, right? They had to stand.
Yep.
Yeah, the first time I had to do that, I went, "What? I've got to do my shopping standing in line." Okay, so what would you say contributes to your success online this year? And we talked about that before.
This year was
The integration with Shopify?
well, the integration with Shopify.
No,
that's brick
the
and mortar
Facebook.
more.
Facebook.
The Facebook. Oh, that's only been like last 4 days.
Oh, you
We
kidding?
only finished that this weekend.
Oh no. Oh wow.
That's why I'm so excited about it. But to answer to that question is there's a new app that integrates Shopify and Instagram and
Yes.
Facebook all together under
Yes.
one dashboard.
Yes.
Which makes the new Facebook panel actually tolerable because you can go into Shopify, click
Yes.
links, and brings you to the spot you need to go to that you can no longer find inside of Facebook. But since I put that app live, I have not logged on to my admin panel and not seen at least 3 or 4 visitors on it anytime, day or night.
Wow.
So it's really increased our traffic.
Oh, that's amazing. So I love that integration as well. It's a bit of a pain to actually set it up and everything, but once it's up and running, it's amazing. Have you done any ads through Shopify onto Facebook?
I haven't yet. I
No.
do have some native ads I run.
Yeah.
Inside of Facebook where I own a brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
I'm in a tourist destination. I will drop a pin on user events.
Yes.
So I'll find an event that's happening within 10 miles of us. I'll put a pin on it, do a tenth of a kilometer radius around the event,
Yes.
and advertise the hell out of my shop.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm basically taking their traffic and introducing myself to them.
Fabulous. So I'm dying to try it out, to do some testing to see how it works with Shopify, especially with the new Facebook, Instagram, and Shopify integration. But I haven't yet. It's so new right now, so that's going to be very exciting. So tell me, what would you suggest to do right now with trying to get more people into your online store? I mean, I know you guys do. I see a story every single day.
The word right now is what I'm going to pivot away from.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do right now to work beyond just giving out money that will get something in your store right now.
Yes.
What you want to do right now is start the habits of daily post on Instagram, Facebook, Google Places.
Google
Places is
important.
big. 44,000 views on it this month on Google Places.
Yes. That's
Pinterest
Yes.
feeds back into your Shopify.
yes.
We
yes.
have 400,000 views a month on Pinterest.
Wow. So
These are
you
not
post.
small numbers.
So do you post every day on Pinterest, or is it just?
We don't post anything on Pinterest to speak of. What we do is we create blogs. We create a blog. We then go in and pin a couple pictures a day from Pinterest, from our blog into Pinterest.
Yes.
And we tag it appropriately. We edit the text of it to make sure it's SEO compatible
Mm-hmm.
to bring people to that so they see our shop.
Yes.
And then while we're in there, we kind of surf the ecosphere of Pinterest and find other people's pins, comment on a couple pins, save a couple pins,
Yes.
be part of their community as well.
Yes.
Because that's the big thing people who try to sell online forget.
Yes.
It's social media. There's
Yes.
two sides to that.
Yes.
There's you and I craving everybody else's attention and really want them to notice us. But there's also the other person hoping they're noticed too and really crave that attention.
Yes.
So if you give them the attention that they are craving, and genuinely appreciate their picture, genuinely notice something in what they're doing, show habits, show interest in them as both a person and as an artist, a visual artist,
Yes.
that favor will return itself, at least if not through attention to yours, which shouldn't be the ultimate goal, at least goodwill when they see your name again later down the road somewhere.
Exactly.
It's very, very retail marketing. It may be 5 years away that they finally think of buying something from you,
Yes.
but you've created some goodwill into the social media aspects.
Yes. So remember Donna, the missing piece puzzle? She did, I think 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, she was very active on Pinterest, and since then nothing. She still gets sales from Pinterest, right?
Yep.
It's a long game, but it was so rewarding. So how many posts would you do on, say, for instance, on Instagram, Facebook?
Instagram, the goal, Facebook I've gotten tired of, to be honest. But Instagram, we post about 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Once is something to do with the workshop, our product, something like that. And we're only now starting to tag products into it again.
Yes.
The other one is local interest, something going on in town, something attractive that creates dimension to product.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is something we found somewhere else. Could be a repost of somebody else's content. They tagged us in it. It could be something in town that really caught our eye, or something in the world that makes notice. It's a zero politics space.
Yes.
So
that's fabulous. I mean, I know you guys, I see so much engagement on your posts and everything. I mean, in my workshops, I show what you guys are doing. So I'm always showing, look what these guys are doing, you know.
Another trick is if you have somebody is, Jill's taken over the actual day-to-day posting on social media. I'm not doing that anymore.
No.
I watch the social media. I let her know if she's getting focused, because she tends to chase the shiny. She likes this a lot more than this some days. And she'll go dive into that, and pull it back to the middle.
Yes.
And the other thing I'll do is I'll spend a lot of time, commenting other people's stuff. Like I said, showing love and sharing and showing them that what they're giving to the platform is being respected.
Yes. I really believe that's all about social media, is socializing, right? We need to socialize, and people tend to forget when they have a business that you need to socialize. You need to be online chatting to people, and not just boom products. And so do you use any of do you put anything on your personal Facebook page?
My personal Facebook page is a closed subject. It is a crazy nightmare storm of garbage. I will not add a friend. I will not. No, I'm not a big fan of Facebook.
So you just use your Facebook page, Instagram, business Instagram, and Pinterest. Very, very interesting. Okay, so now I want to know is, what would you do if you ever had to start again? Because I know, I mean, we've both talked about this before. We've been through businesses, we've failed, we've succeeded, we've failed again. And so you guys are really succeeding extraordinary this time. I mean, you've taken your grandfather's business and you've just blown it up. And I know that you do a lot of community stuff. You're with the chamber. I mean, if there's a camera, you're like me. If there's a camera, you're in front of it, right? So,
I hate being on camera.
But you do.
I like being in the room. I hate being on camera.
Yeah, but you do. But you are very present, right? And
yes,
that's one of my things is you've got to be visible. You've got to be around people and talking to them. But okay, so here's the question: what would you do if you had to start again?
Well, Deepak Chopra talks about living your life backwards.
Yes.
Is know where you want to end up and then work towards that end point.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if I were, the big things to do again was LLC yourself. Get your documents in order first, because they're not expensive.
No.
I had a really, really, really painful year when I got to send the IRS 120% of my take-home pay in taxes, only to get it all back in April, because I was double taxing myself because I waited way too long.
Yes.
So both my personal entity and my LLC or my S corp were paying tax at the same time. So taking that step when it's small and there's not much to do to get those in order.
Yes.
Work on supply chains. Find multiple streams of supply chain. So if something goes wrong, you've got it.
Yes.
Communicate relationships. But the big thing is, have the paperwork in order. Start to know the accountant, start to understand what they want. Even if you're not ready to hire one yet, you know what you're looking for when the time is right.
Yes.
And earlier is better than later, and realizing that you're not paying your accountant per hour, you're paying him per hour you get back. So if it takes me 10 hours to do something, it takes him 1.
Yes.
His hours worth 10 times more than mine would be. Yeah. So take my 10 hours back.
Exactly. And so have you trademarked?
Yes.
Okay. Did you trademark in the beginning or halfway through, or would you have started earlier?
You should start your trademark now.
Yes. If
you have a trademark you want to do, you need to do it now.
Yes.
Caveat: mine wouldn't have passed if I did it. My trademark is a grandfathered trademark.
Oh wow.
Because I went long enough using it exposed with no challenges, it's considered committed to mine.
Yes.
And to do that, if I were to pull that stunt again, you've got to go at least 5 years
Yes.
using a naming with nobody challenging it, and then it has to be exposed for a year with nobody challenging it before they'll issue it to you.
Yes.
And that's a high risk.
Wow, that is a high risk, yes. Because people do complain, right? So fabulous. So any last words, any last tips?
Just be consistent, be in it, be ready to change, listen to what's going on around you.
Yeah.
And one of my secrets is I try to help other people solve their problems.
Yes.
Because the problems that are going on with them might become my problem later, and I already have some ideas to solve my own when it comes up.
Yes. Exactly.
So it's you and I've been enough calls. You know that I jump into every problem and figure it out.
Yes, exactly. Okay, fabulous. I'm so happy you came on and chatted to us because you got so much information and wealth of experience. And so if I'm going to be popping in your contact, and your website is also on my website, if people obviously want to buy from you. So thanks everybody for listening. We will go to our next speaker, and thanks Matt. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.
See you, Ivanka.